Friends, here we are with two incredible owners. We're here with KK and DJ at my Roti Place and my Dhosa Place. How are we doing, guys?
I'm doing great, and I'm so glad that you mentioned Dhosa Place. That's a new feather that we added.
I know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna get all into the different brands and where that all came from. But I think like people that are moving to Liberty Village or Parkdale, obviously they want to get to know the people behind it. Today's going to be a lot about your guys' journeys, and one thing that stuck out for me as I looked at your very nice bios on the website, and of course through our conversations, are you guys have been all over the world and apparently kind of together. We're talking New York, we're talking Switzerland. So let's talk a bit about you guys' story, and of course where the nicknames come from. And you're actually a bit of a musician as well. So the DJ, beyond it being the acronym for your first and last name, you're a bit of a musician yourself. So let's hear about a bit of your guys' story, where you met and what got you into the food world.
As I said, we are again a very new immigrant to Canada, and my journey started way back in India, and I started falling in love with food industry.
No kidding.
And then from there, I started my dream to Switzerland, and then from Switzerland, I've been to Miami, then New York. That's where I met my KK. That's where we met.
Wow. In Miami?
In New York City.
And why?
New York City.
Look at that. That's a place to meet and make things happen.
We worked for a group of restaurants.
Cool.
We had a very good experience working together. And that's where Karthik used to have very long hair, just to let you know.
Oh yeah, I might even flash in an old photo if you want to send it to me. I'll flash it on the screen so they can see that.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully you can find one.
And and then I followed my dream to Canada.
Yeah.
And then and then KK also joined me. And we started this concept, thinking about this concept in 2016. It took us 2 solid years to think, put our heart and soul and mind and our whole expertise back of 20 years of 40 years of experience.
Wow.
And again, we have one more guy. His name is Vivek Deora, who is not here, who is in US. Very well expertise. And 2018 we made this happen.
Yeah.
And I will let KK talk about himself.
Beautiful.
It's almost a similar story. So I started in India too. Then from India to cruise lines in US, Miami.
Right.
So and then to move to New York.
Wow.
And as I said, like we all three used to work for a different group, and then that's where we known each other. We always had a plan to own our own business.
The entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs were, yes,
then
it was born there only. That's for sure.
Then that life, moved to Canada, Toronto.
Totally. Yes.
So, this particular concept is like it's very famous in Toronto, but we wanted to give a little bit tweak to this roti concept.
Yeah.
So we have our own version of like build your own roti.
Wow.
That's what we have. We started it in Toronto. Like
I love it. And are these original dishes, or why don't you tell the audience who's probably already drooling to the ground with what's on here?
Like the roti is very, as I said, roti is very popular in Toronto, but they do it like classic version. We do classic version, we do turmeric version, which is more healthy, the one you see here.
Yeah.
We have another option called kale roti. So that's also healthy. So pretty much we wanted to bring it different experience to the guests.
Yeah.
The roti version, as well as they can choose their own protein and then choose the curries and different spice levels from mild to stupid.
Again, this culinary journey, it reflects ourselves to this food.
Right.
The way we are creative, the way we are fun-loving, with offerings such as a tambi masala fry, which is almost like his brother recipe. Yes.
I got all my family involved in this business. I have a dad's potato roti, which is my dad's recipe. I have a tambi masala fries. Tambi means brother, so it's my brother's recipe. And obviously, like classic chicken mom's, classic mom's curry also we have it, which is my mom's recipe.
So we try to keep the authentic element as intact as we can.
Totally.
So people can see that what authentic flavors taste like.
Yeah.
That's why all our base sauces are separate. We made separately. So each and every sauce is a very distinct flavors.
Amazing.
And as my KK explained, build your own roti. That gives you a leverage. You can customize your own meal with your own customized spice level.
Oh wow.
And that gives the option of like even if you don't like roti, if you're go for the healthier version, which is a lot of trend, you can choose a salad or you can choose rice, and we have a lot of vegan option.
When people can choose, build your own tacos, build your own burritos, build your own bowl,
very customizable,
right? So let us start with since we have that experience to bring it into
it can really grow, right?
And looking at our corporate responsibility to Toronto, where there's a lot of vegan things coming up, that's where we launched. That's where we launched our dosa concept, which is
the
completely
dosa,
gluten-free.
My Dhosa Place.
Oh
this is last year, right?
This is last year, 2019. We opened.
So out of 9 locations, we have 5 locations where dosas available. Offerings, like different types of dosa. Obviously, is made of rice and lentil.
Right.
Crepe, savory, LP, vegan, gluten-free, and it's served with vegetable lentil stew. And then 2 chutneys. One is tomato and another is coconut. Again,
so good.
No dairy products. No gluten in this. In this whole.
Wow.
Again, you can build your own dosa by adding chicken, lamb, keema dosas, aka chili dosas.
So that's where the innovation of KK. KK always loved. He's a chef in true nature. So he loved innovating. In general, the dosa is a very vegetarian offering.
Right.
That's how the people have perceived.
Of course.
But we have completely changed the perception of having a dosa offering with the lamb keema and chicken tikka dosa and the shrimp hakka chili.
Right.
Which is again
we have plenty of
different
vegan options too, like tofu and kale is the cottage cheese.
So you guys are really appealing to kind of anyone. You're like what? So it was 9 locations or 8?
9 locations.
9 locations now.
And the 10th has already been signed.
Coming up, and we'll talk about that. You guys are starting to finally franchise, which is really exciting. So people watching might be in that biz. It seems like you guys have really streamlined things correctly in a way that can kind of scale. That's really exciting. Let's talk about and just maybe the last few menu items we have here, just so people kind of know what to order as they see this wonderful food. Then I'm going to talk a bit about your guys' journey. But real quick, we talked about, of course, this the roti, and what do we have over here?
This is called ani garlic cauliflower.
Okay, it's cauliflower. Wow.
Yeah. So you won't even feel like you're having cauliflower.
Sure. Yeah, I love this kind of stuff. Wow.
The texture is same as is a soft. It's like almost reminds you, if nobody tells you it's cauliflower, you feel like you're having chicken.
Yeah, right.
My tagline for this is, if you don't like it, I will stop cooking food.
Yeah, sure. And you can continue cooking food because that's amazing, man.
That's what everybody so far say.
Like the flavor is like really, really rich.
You must
have dip into that kind of thing, or do you use that for?
This is all for the dosa.
Right. This is all for the dosa.
Okay, this is just by itself.
This is by itself.
The sauce is made of garlic, soya.
Yeah.
It has a little influence by Chinese. Indo-Chinese.
Interesting.
Fiction.
Yeah, of course.
And so that's how it. And we finish with the onion and sesame seeds.
I love it.
And as you might have noticed that it has a little bit of a kick by the end finish.
Yeah.
That's where you have this mango lassi to cleanse your palate.
Oh yes, of course. I almost forgot.
Homemade mango smoothie, mango and yogurt.
Man, you guys got a good life. How do we eat this? Sure, people, some who have not really had this, like you kind of tear up the top. Let's do a little bit of a demonstration.
See, that's the fun part of it.
Okay.
The way, with our food, you can eat the way you want to eat. You feel
from
free.
The base, maybe.
And that's why our food has a free.
When you have a filled dosa, you can have it with fork and knife. But once you have like a plain
dig
just
in,
like a
right?
pizza. You just help yourself however you want.
So I can put stuff in here, maybe
just dip it.
Just dip it.
Dip it. Okay.
Dip it on this.
So I dip it in all of them, or just one?
Yes.
Whichever
all of them,
flavors you feel you will like.
Well,
so this first flavor is?
It's a lentil stew.
Okay,
so it's vegetables and lentil.
I love it. Yeah, check.
It's very famous in southern Indians. Anywhere you go to in India, especially South India. This is made of coconut and ginger.
Coconut and ginger, that's an awesome combination. And then the last corner.
This is a tomato and
this is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
This is like a
which side should I start on?
You can start. I'm just
depends upon your taste bite. He starts with this.
I start with that. Yeah.
Spicy stuff, huh?
And that's the part.
That's tomato. Yeah, not spicy. These aren't spicy. These are very flavorful.
It has a kick. This side has a kick.
I bet. Wow.
So in our rotis, pretty much you can build your own spice level from mild, medium, serious, and extreme stupid.
Extreme stupid. And I'm from Mexico, so I would probably be on that last category.
Yes.
Got a bit of challenge. And and Toronto's very diverse.
I know.
Especially that came out during the Raptors run. There's super fan, and it was just like Canada, right? Which is really great. And I love the entrepreneurial story, especially from immigrants that are just come here. They give more culture to the city.
You will be very happy to hear the story of how we choose the name of my roti place.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Are we ready, guys? Let's do this. Of course.
3 in the morning. Like I
3 in the morning. Where all good things happen,
so
right?
3 in the morning in one of the in the hotel lobby, and we 3 of us fighting for a name.
This is back in New York or here?
This is in Toronto.
Okay, nice.
And we 3 of us fighting. Hey, listen, we need to name our restaurant, and then we all 3 had a different name, and then suddenly what we did is we took a pen and paper and we wrote like 4 or 5 names, and was like, hey, let's go to bar. And let's do bar hopping and take all the opinions from the people
lobby.
in that lobby in the bar.
Okay.
Right. So we went and we start asking people to vote.
So like true customer involvement.
Oh yes.
They help you build it from the ground up at 3 a.m. I love it.
See, we always wanted to create a people brand. So we thought, okay, let people decide. What should be the right fit name for us.
I love it.
And that's how we came with the My Roti Place.
Amazing.
And since then it's a history.
When you say to your friends, like, where did you have your lunch? I had it in my roti place. That's your place. So the idea behind it is we want to make the people comfortable that they are in their own place.
And that's
it's very customizable, right? Obviously.
And that's what we stand for. It's a very home, comfort, easy, take away food.
Whether you also have dine in, delivery within 1 kilometer.
Yes,
this is the first location we are starting that.
Okay,
and
cool.
It's going to be very soon
launched.
So 1 kilometer radius. It's going to be free delivery. We have our own app, My Roti Place app.
Okay,
and
great.
My Dhosa Place app
and
too.
My Dhosa Place app.
Amazing.
Yeah. So people can order or pick it up, or people can deliver very soon. It's going to be very starting, so they can. They don't need to come in this weather and.
Sure, yeah. When it's snowy outside, you guys clearly covered all the bases. There's lots of options, which is amazing. And let's talk about so you guys are in a lot of locations, but obviously we're covering a lot of Parkdale and Liberty Village, right?
Yes.
You guys have been here for a good chunk of time, and even in the last couple of years, the city's transformed. So, how have you seen specifically Parkdale and Liberty Village just change as a neighborhood? And if I'm looking to move here, trying to get a mortgage here, trying to find a place, is it a good bet, right? As far as strategically, is the value going up? Is it also fun? Is it enjoyable?
So many condos
right. Being a proximity of the exhibition place and where the Liberty Village is.
Sure, you're right.
Having all those new Longos and the McDonald's and
it's crazy.
We don't live too far too.
And so you guys are in the area yourselves, right?
I think again, this locality stand for most cosmopolitan. That's what the Toronto has been famous for.
Right.
Right. And being the way the Liberty Village has been constructed, being own community by itself, where everything has been so proximity, from your grocery to restaurant, it definitely make a people a number one choice to live in this community.
Right.
Now, as far as the Parkdale is concerned, it's seeing a lot of transformation lately with a lot of condos and a lot of, because again Toronto is getting saturated downtown, so they are kind of trying to move to Parkdale and the King Street.
And not that far away.
And again, Parkdale has a own culture, has a own, it's very surprising if you live in Toronto, every pocket has a different character to offer.
I think that's the best part about Toronto.
And
honestly.
again, the moment you go to Parkdale, where you see people are more responsible toward environment, and that makes a good package where you live in a very informative society.
A lot of vegan people.
Totally.
So we have even a lot of vegan options too in the roti section too.
I mean, of course, yeah.
So
you've really blended
the
towards
location
that.
we have in Parkdale address is 1376. It's like Queen and Brock.
Cool. Yeah.
That has even a bar also we have.
And again, thanks to all the government agencies having a streetcar facilities and which is right moving across from here to Parkdale.
It's perfect.
Commute-wise, it makes completely accessible.
I take it all the time. It's like 12 minutes from your place here over to the park.
And having the pilot project, the commuters, no matter which time
no
you
more
go.
cars, right? Yeah.
No more cars.
That was probably good for business, hey?
Yes.
I love that.
And again, there's a lot of constructions here. I would suggest people should move in because
totally,
of the
right?
proximity, affordability, and the kind of the whole package they offer is amazing.
I love that. I think a big part of success, especially as you grow to more locations, I think it's something that customers experience all the time, is it's just the way you level up as an entrepreneur, as a chef, right? And that has to rub off on your staff and to some degree your customers. So if you get into a bit of like your habits or just personal development, like how you guys stay sane and balance a family and balance many things you do, like do you guys have any habits, tips on how you evolve as a person and how that reflects in your food or with your staff? Like just your culture, I think is what I'm getting at.
You know, being an entrepreneur in this hospitality industry, you got to have the passion of to love the food, because food industry is, don't get me wrong, it is a very tough industry. And you know, KK been always inspired by his family, same thing with me too, that keep us grounded. We live a little bit of disciplined life. We start early, we make our agendas very clear, and you know, we try to delegate our responsibilities among our team member.
The trust is big.
The trust is very important,
and systems,
and also the system and the process, right? And that's where we have a right people. You know, how you're hiring the right people who can live the same dream and the same passion as you are.
And that's so tough, man.
And
in any industry, but especially in restaurants where people might be around for 3 weeks. They got to stick around too, right?
You know, where we started with a 5 people member.
We've been blessed with good team members.
You know, team member like Ashwin or Ashish Nagar or Swapnil or Kugathasan. It's amazing. It's a very amazing experience, and we all walk shoulder by shoulder. And again, don't get me wrong. You know, this is a piece of advice to anyone that first 2 years you got to put your hand and fit and soul and your life and your time and everything.
It's a grind.
And once you bring it to a level where process is executed and the system has been created, that's what you fight for.
Of course, that's when you can scale, right? And do you find with the digital era, the way people are using social media, the way people are doing delivery, the way technology is slowly creeping in, I mean, that's something you obviously take into consideration, right? Like, what do you think dining's gonna be in the next 5-10 years? Do you think there's gonna be a lot of ghost kitchen? Is it all gonna be delivery? Is it gonna be more experiential because people are gonna be craving that? Like, where are things going?
See, in the last 5 years, Toronto has changed a big evaluation in terms of a food market. Where Uber and the team like Skip the Dishes has given a virtual business a different turn.
Yeah, no kidding.
And with this Instagram and the Facebook, the things are becoming more digitalized, where any entrepreneur then needs to learn. And I'm telling you, the main skill that any business owner needs to think about is that how they can technologically advance themselves, so they know how to cope up with all the changes which is happening in technology.
While you are in Rome, be a Roman, right?
Yeah.
So you are in a technology world. We need to learn and we need to adapt to the current process, and then when it gets better, we need to again step up.
Are you taking courses? Are you hiring an agency? Are you getting your staff to take command? Like, how do you actually?
It's a mix of balance of everything. We're learning. We hire people with experience in that category. It's always a learning experience.
It's all a very, very cohesive approach. As far as coping up with the situation, that's why we have created our own app, so people can get the same efficiency and the same feel, and also to make it more lucrative, we have given a 10% discount, so people will feel it's valued. Like any other company, any other competitor, they have their own point system, so that's why we created. So technically speaking, your 10th meal is on us, because you're getting your 10% discount once you download our app. So we are pretty proactive, and we could see things at very far side, that what changing the industry, and I see that but we want to keep that one thing intact which nobody else is doing it, which is keep the hospitality factor intact, which is intangible.
The
level of service. Lot of brands they're diluting it, but we want to keep the service as a prime focus for our brand. Right.
No, that's massive. I think that's the issue with technology, is that like it can really eat away at personalization. So it's how do you find that balance? So you're not just an option or new reach, you're an experience that people come to, but if they're at home, they can still get a flavor of that. It's kind of like a balance, right?
Technology is just a topping. Yeah. But the main thing is the food and the service is the main thing.
Totally.
So which we are trying to keep the best we can do.
Yeah.
And the topping with the technology, that's the rule for the success.
There you go. You've covered mainly everything. I think it's incredible how much you guys know and how much you've covered in a short amount of time. Just to wrap up here, are there any topics we didn't cover as much as we should have? A call to action for people that are potential customers, franchisees. What's kind of some last words for our audience here?
See, in terms of a brand perspective, yes, we have started. We promised in 2018 that we're going to start rolling a franchise model in 2020. So we started rolling it up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So if anybody's interested, they can contact us. They can go to our website, which is www.myrotiplace.com or www.mydosaplace.com.
Beautiful.
And they can get in touch with us directly. And again, all invitation to all the Liberty Village and the Parkdale to come and join us for a wonderful South Indian and one North Indian offering under one roof. Thank you.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. So DJ and KK, it's been an absolute pleasure. We covered a lot today, right? We covered, of course, both the concepts, my Roti, my Dhosa Place, how you're catering to the communities in Liberty Village and Parkdale and beyond. You've got a franchise model, your story, the way you're championing culture here in Toronto, the way you welcome diversity, the way that you work with your staff. I mean, you're kind of like the complete entrepreneurial duo.
Yes, and we do feel a part of We the North.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure it's not bad for business too, right? So it's a really exciting time. I'm very grateful that you shared this meal. And for the record, you guys had your meal before, I know. I'm sure people are watching like, why isn't Paul sharing any of the food? But this is fantastic, and I'll have to take some to go or finish it here. But this is really, really good. So thanks again. And for those watching, hopefully you learned something today, whether it's just as a foodie or as a business owner. And as always, keep leveling up your living.